welcome to my Wolverhampton versus Southampton preview. Now, this is the first one I've ever done, so it may be shit. But basically, I'm just going to give a quick preview of what I think might happen, the form that each teams are in, the new signings, stuff like that. How Southampton might line up. I wouldn't have a clue about Wolves because I don't know shit. To start off, I'm just going to say we played fucking brilliant against Chelsea. We've really started to hit some form. I have to say, Bella Kotchap and Salazar is such a good centre-back partnership. It is ridiculous. Unfortunately, I do believe Lavia is injured. I'm not exactly sure if they've announced how long yet, but he's out 100% for this game. But obviously we've signed Maitland-Niles, so he may play a part. It really depends on how we want to set up. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about this game. I don't know if I'll keep that. So to start off, I'm just going to talk about Wolves briefly. Obviously, I'm no expert. I don't think I've watched one game of theirs this season. I'm just going based off what people are saying, what it's looked like from the outside in. What I do see is Wolves can't score. I think they've scored 2 and 5. Their defence isn't too bad. They've only conceded 4. That's fair enough. That's better than us, really. But it's the attacking that's lacking. I do know they signed someone today, deadline day, but I wouldn't have a fucking clue who he is. But that is basically all I have of them. Like they've been underperforming for a while now. I definitely did think they'd be doing better because they do still have star players. You've got Neves, you've got Jimenez, you've got Moutinho, you've got great players. But it's just not working well at the moment, whether that's the manager, whether that's the system, whether that's just there's not enough reinforcements, freshening up the team. It really could be any of those factors, but looking at it now, it's not looking very good for Wolves. Now for Southampton, obviously I do know a little bit about Southampton. I think it is very positive at the moment from us. I have to say that the first game was a little bit worrying. We were playing a three at the back, looked shit. And then it was sort of like a last season game. Take the lead, look decent, concede not a dodgy goal, but like a shit goal, shit defending, and then decide, fuck it, we'll concede 3 more of those and get spanked in the end. And then we played Leeds, same, first 60 minutes was the same as that, just shit. Then we changed system, we went to a back 4, brought on some of the newer players and made a comeback. And then against Leicester, it was a bit, okay, you could tell it was still a bit of a transition with the new system and the new players. The first half was a bit iffy, we didn't really have the ball, but then the second half we really started to create and obviously we turned it around. And then against United, I think we were brilliant all game. We really just had, they just created 2 chances. They should have taken their first one, they took their second one. We didn't take any of our chances. I wouldn't say we had any crazy good chances. There was a couple good saves from De Gea, but nothing too crazy. But it was like the start of sort of like we can dominate a game. We can outplay them. We can keep possession. We can play it around them. We can be patient. And the main thing is we're not as like when we concede, we don't go, oh, well, that's the game done. We're a bit more better at sort of relaxing and calming down the game. And obviously, a few days ago against Chelsea, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The first 20 minutes, Chelsea were really hammering us. It didn't look very good. And then as soon as they score, it's like a switch goes off. Instead of us collapsing, we start to be like, okay, we should actually probably start playing football. And then we just start dominating. They're not getting any chances. They're not getting past anyone. Bella Kotchap and Salazar solid as fuck. Bella Kotchap, by the way, is a god amongst men. I said it after the Leicester game. He is a fucking brick wall. I said that I have not seen a defender for Southampton put in that sort of shift since Van Dijk. And that's, 6 years, 7 years. He is brilliant. And against United he was brilliant. Against Chelsea he was brilliant. He looks like the real deal. We picked up for 9 mil. That's a fucking bargain. But definitely against Chelsea we were just amazingly good. It was really, really impressive. Obviously Chelsea aren't, they're not playing their best football. They are struggling a bit. They've got injuries, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you can only be what's in front of you, and we did it. How I think we'll line up is probably pretty much the same as Chelsea. I think we're pretty comfortable in that system. We look very good in that system. I think we're creating a lot of chances. We're very defensively solid. I think we do leak the odd 1 or 2 chances, but that's it. And at the end of the day, I'd rather leak 1 or 2 chances, and they might score 1 or 2 than get hit for 5 or 6 like we were basically every game last year. But what I would say is that the midfield's obviously going to have to be different. Lavia is obviously out. Maitland-Niles, is he going to slot in? I'm not sure. Rebo might slot into midfield. But we're we've got a bit of strength in our team now. You know, we've got a good starting 11, but we've also got a good bench. We have players like Mara and Ifaribo's on the bench, Armstrong on the bench that can just come on and do something, you know. So it is pretty impressive what we've developed here, considering we don't pay 40, 50 mil per player. So we're doing pretty well in terms of the depth of the team and the development of the team. So my prediction for this game is probably going to be Southampton a little bit on the front foot, I think. I think that it's going to be a 2-0 Southampton, just for the sole fact that we do look like we're scoring goals and we're very good at starting to control games and starting to relax and be calm in possession. And obviously Wolves have their striking problems, and considering how, yes, we've conceded a few goals, but defensively we've started to look really, really solid. I think Wolves, considering they're already struggling with attack, may struggle to really get through. Obviously, the team may be rotated a bit. We have played, you know, a few midweek games in a row. Bella Kopchak might need a rest. Salazar might need a rest. We don't know. But if it's the lineup I'm expecting, you know, with the same back four, you know, midfield except Latvia, obviously, in the same up front, I think we definitely will be quite strong. And, you know, for some reason, I'm actually positive about this season. Crazy. I don't know what's happened, but the new owners has come in and it's changed. New coaching team changed. The players we brought in are so much better than the current ones we have. And honestly, anyone who tipped us for relegation, shocking cool. Because we are nowhere near that. But yeah, I predict a 2-0 Southampton win. Obviously, who fucking knows what's going to happen. Wolves could be like, this is the game where we spank them for 5-0. Who knows? But I'm pretty actually confident. I've probably never been actually confident about a game for a very long time. Even the Chelsea game, I did predict a win, but I was pretty much like, fuck it, I'll just throw it in there and see what happens, and got it right. But at the end of the day, I'm feeling pretty confident about this team, and I think we can genuinely, not Europe, like that's a bit extreme, but a top half is definitely a good option for us. But yeah, that's my preview. I'm no fucking ball knowledge expert. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't go tact and shit because honestly, at the end of the day, I'm not going to spend 2 hours researching. But yeah, I'm going 2-0 Southampton. I do think it may be a dull affair. It may not be exciting, but at the end of the day, it could be. But if you liked it, if you like this video, you know, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I will be live streaming the game on this YouTube account, 5 minutes before kickoff or whatever. I would be live streaming on TikTok, but currently my TikTok's banned, so it may be reinstated by the time, you know, the game's live, and if not, I do have a backup account, but I can't stream live on it because you need, like, I don't know, criteria or some shit. So, yeah. So, most likely will be just a YouTube stream, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But hopefully I'll see you there.